What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now, on the last episode of Breaking Bad, we left off seeing more opinions and dividance between Walt and his family. Pretty much, obviously, with his wife, he and her son, they want Walter to go through with the procedure that'll help him treat his cancer that he's got going on at the moment. But then you also have the brother-in-law and his wife voicing their opinions on saying basically Walt should choose what he wants to do and how he should do it, basically. And that pretty much kind of created a little rift between them, a little conflict. One side kind of forcing him to do it because of good reasons. Now, obviously that's a father and a husband. And then you also got the other ones who feel like he should make his own choice, which ain't a bad opinion to put out there neither, because at the end of the day, it always should be up to the person who has to get it done to be their choice. And also a little side story, we also got Jesse, who at the start at least was trying to get himself on a better career path, but obviously that didn't work. So he runs into another, I'm guessing maybe he was a former friend, partner or something. And now, they bet Jesse was basically trying to see if he could recreate what Walter was able to make. And obviously, he failed at doing it because he can't get nowhere near the same results as what Walter was able to achieve. So now, basically, that's basically what the end of the episode brought us. Walt has reached his conviction. Now he's ready to make meth with Jesse once again because he's a prideful man and he does not want nobody to help him with his situation, which is also understandable, but he's just going about the wrong way of doing it. So with that being said, we're going to go on ahead and jump right on into this next episode, which is called Crazy Handful of Nothing. Episode 6 of Season 1. And off we go. Oh yeah, they never cleaned up that mess from the last situation they were in. Oh wait, you know what? I take it back. I forgot that Jesse and that other guy also kind of got into a little scuff, and that probably messed up the majority of it.
Let's get something straight. The chemistry, is my realm. I am in charge of cooking. Out there on the street, you deal with that. As far as our customers go, I don't want to know anything about them. I don't want to see them. I don't want to hear from them. I want no interaction with them whatsoever. This operation is you and me, and I'm the silent partner. Have you got any issues with that?
Whatever, man.
I about to say, let's cook. Wait, why he bald?
When a reaction is gradual, the change in energy is slight. I mean, you don't even notice the reaction is happening. For example, when rust collects on the underside of a car. But if a reaction happens quickly, otherwise harmless substances can interact in a way that generates enormous bursts of energy.
I got it, Mr. White. Don't worry. You got kids to teach.
The thing is, though, if he's still, I would imagine the school faculty and all that would know that he's taking chemo and all that, I would assume. So they would allow him to not have to check in for a few weeks' time or so. Then again, like I said, you know, Walt is a secretive man in some ways, so he obviously might not tell no one.
Maybe knowing what you do when you're alone might make it easier for your family to be more accepting of whatever it is you do.
I don't know if he could tell them that.
I like to go on walks a couple of times a week, maybe more, after work. And I really enjoy the nature. You know, the cacti, vegetation.
I ain't gonna lie, you kind of giving away your position. It's subtle, but he's giving it away.
When are you gonna tell me?
Tell you what.
Cancer. You got it, right?
How did you know?
My aunt had one of those dots on her. Target the radiation. What is it in your lung?
Oh,
Your
Jess.
partner, man, you should have told me.
Oh, Jesse's pretty insightful with stuff he sees. He's not stupid. He definitely knows how to point out things.
What stage are you?
Nah, that
We were
man
supposed
Jesse
to
really just
start
went
at
on a good
3.
montage of selling stuff.
It's cake, moving a pound of meth 1/10 at a time.
So why are you selling it in such small quantities? Why don't you just sell the whole pound at once?
To who? What do I look like, Scarface?
It's unacceptable. I am breaking the law here. This return is too little for the risk. I thought you'd be ready for another pound today.
You may know a lot about chemistry, man, but you don't know jack about slinging dope.
Well, I'll tell you, I know a lack of motivation when I see it. You've got to be more imaginative, you know? Just think outside the box here. We have to move our product in bulk, wholesale now. How do we do that?
What do you mean, to like a distributor?
Yes, that's what we need. We need a distributor now. Do you know anyone like that?
Yeah, I mean, I used to. Until you killed him.
Okay, yeah.
Some guy named Tuco. Badass from what I hear.
Okay, so then just go talk to Tuco.
Right. Like, hello, sir. Hey, I know you don't know me, but would you be interested in a felony quantity of methamphetamine?
Well, yes, but maybe with a little more salesmanship, perhaps.
You just don't get it, man. Okay, this guy's OG.
What does that mean?
Ah, Jesus. Look, he's
Nah, I ain't gonna say
He's
that.
not gonna do business with some dude he doesn't know.
Do you recognize that?
Oh?
Well, that was used to cook meth. Found it out on some Indian land about 40 miles from here. Old lady on the inside used to say, J.P. Wynn Chemistry Lab.
Really? I don't understand how that...
Respirators?
No.
Because I'm counting 6. Inventory says 8. Glassware looking a little sparse.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, you're missing a couple Erlenmeyer flasks at least. Oh, yeah. 5,000 milliliter round bottom. Methods love to brew in this baby.
Walter just looking all.
No, I don't. Well, maybe it's got...
Look.
My doctor is very solicitous.
Hey, look, buddy, the last thing I want to do is get you in hot water.
Why?
But some meth monkey had a feeding frenzy in here.
Okay.
You got to keep better watch over your turf.
I will.
We don't want people to start wondering about you, right?
You joking with him, bud. The culprit is literally right in front of you. That's the funniest thing, though. A lot of people don't suspect the frail, weak person being the one to do it, but in truth, yeah, it's actually pretty fun little mystery, though. Mm.
Booyah! Wow! This kid's like a mule with his balls wrapped in duct tape. Wow!
That's a weird way of talking about it.
I could.
Oh, Jesse be taking some beatings. Apparently nobody likes him.
Nobody moves Crystal in the South Valley but me, bitch!
Holy, oh my God, are they gonna arrest him?
This doesn't make any sense.
So what are they going off of?
Uncle Hank, why were you arresting Mr. Archuleta the other day? He's pretty cool.
He had a key, fit the profile, and when we searched his truck, we found a big old fat blunt. Which goes to prove all.
You the guy?
Yeah, I'm the guy.
Okay, now that since Jesse's gonna be down, I guess Walt's gonna have to be the one to do it.
Tell me about this Tuco.
Uh-oh.
Tell me everything about him.
Now we get into the action. He's gonna do it. And this is what led to him being bald at the beginning of the episode.
What's your name?
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg. Okay, going under a fake A-list.
I don't imagine I'll be here very long.
No. Be that way. It's your meeting. Why don't you start talking and tell me what you want?
$50,000.
Oh man, 50 G's? How you figure that?
35 for the pound of meth you stole, and another 15 for my partner's pain and suffering.
Ah.
Partner.
Man, putting a cigarette out with your tongue.
Yeah, I remember that little bitch. So you must be daddy.
You got one part of that wrong. This is not meth.
What? Hold on. So he rigged it up to blow it or something? Hold on, I'm confused. If that messed everyone else up in there.
You want to find out?
I'll give you that. All right. I'll give you your money.
Nah, that man walked.
Robbie. It sold faster than $10 ass in TJ. Let's say you bring me another pound next week.
Money up front.
Money up front. And you gotta rob and keep your inches. As long as we gotta understand. This is like
1 pound is not going to cut it. You have to take 2.
Man, them blew up his whole compartment building.
Hey. What is it?
It's art?
Fulminated mercury.
Ah, okay.
A little tweak of chemistry.
All right, that's how you come in like a boss. Nah, that man Walt, all eyes are on him. the difference between him and Jesse is the fact that he came up in there all confident. You know, he had that confidence. He knew that he had a way out of there. Jesse, you know, he was just banking on hoping that they would just comply with him. So is that a happy snarl, or is that like an upset snarl because he didn't get all he wanted? Man, look, that was a good episode. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, Walter has entered into some new territory, and I'd say he's made a great first impression in some ways, just because he walked in there, he had the pair on him, and you know, it was just all eyes on him, because he absolutely made a show happen just now, and I gotta say, it was a magnificent one. But anyways, yeah, we see he's getting more daring, you know. Every episode, it seems like he's getting more daring in what he's doing and how far he's willing to go with doing it, because he knows he needs to pay his treatment and all that. But it kind of feels like now, with how far off the edge he's going, with how close he's getting, it feels like right now he's going into uncharted territory that he's not familiar with, but at the same time, he's definitely ready to play ball in it now, because as we see how bold and brave he was going into that area with those guys and all those types of guns and everything they got, it shows that he's willing to go that far just because it's something that he's obviously found a good skill set in. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, poor Jesse, you know, he walked in there like a lost little lamb, and he got slaughtered in some ways. He didn't get slaughtered, but you know, he got beat up a lot. He got tenderized, but other than that, we really see the difference between the two. You know, Jesse, who's been doing it for the longest time, but the moment he stepped into the big leagues, it took him down right away. And Walter, you know, he still stood tall in it. You know, it's just really showing you how much of a difference both can get it done in their own way. But yeah, anyways, you know, we also got the little side story going on with his brother-in-law, obviously doing all his research and seeing who could possibly be the culprit behind the whole mass that was at the site of the chemistry meth that was going on. But we also see how they pretty much just made an arrest on the school janitor. I assume he's the school janitor, but they went off a lot of small details, though. Obviously, his record of smoking and, you know, just a lot of other things, like him previously being in prison and a lot of other stuff. So yeah, it pretty much was just a false accusation in some ways, but it was, you know, it's good to really just see like how different each character is moving in this show and what their roles are playing. And man, I gotta say, you know, Bryan Cranston, he does it every time, man. Every time he does his sudden quick outburst, it's just too good. Like, you could just feel that real emotion behind the character. You know, he's acting his butt off. He's going crazy. But yeah, with that being said, you know, another great episode. I've enjoyed every single episode so far. So, you know, we got one more episode for season 1, and then we'll be ready to jump on into season 2. But yeah, with that being said, make sure you like the video, make sure you comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.